Okay, so next I have some announcements to make sure that you get the most out of this practice experience. So I'd like you to spend some time at some point, maybe not right now if you're super exhausted, but at some point soon, I want you to really think about this experience. How was the timing? What concepts did you not remember and need to review? Where did you guess or maybe feel more confused? What were math equations that stuck out to you that you felt like, ooh, I should remember this, but you didn't? Also, how did you bubble your Scantron? Did you do it one question at a time? Like, did you answer question 3, bubble for 3, answer 4, bubble for 4? Or did you maybe answer all of the questions on a page? So you'd answer questions 1 through 5 and then bubble 1 through 5. Answer questions 6 through 12 and then bubble 6 through 12. Like, how did you do your bubbling, right? Think about that. Did you maybe just wait until the very end when you had 5 minutes left and then bubble? How did it work for you? Did it work well? Did it create more stress, right? Look at those other types of factors that can make a difference. Next thing I want to talk about is how to make sure that you maximize your experience from this practice exam. So what I'm going to show you now is how you can all log into Windward Academy to either, if you already have an account, to just navigate to practice tests and score this SAT, or if you don't yet have an account on Windward Academy, I want to make sure that you know how to create a free trial so that you can log in, score your exam, review it, right? That's the best part here is we want you to review, we want you to make the most of this experience by really being able to zone in on your mistakes, identify those content gaps, and then really learn whatever it is that you need to review. Okay, so let's talk you through how to create a free trial. So if you already have a Windward Academy account and you're just looking to score your test, you can go ahead and advance this video a little bit to where we start talking about how to actually score the exam. If you don't yet have an account on Windward Academy, it's going to take me about 2 minutes here to talk you through how to sign up for a free trial. So I do want you to go to windwardacademy.com and then go ahead and click on that button that says free 14-day trial. Next, you're going to fill out the student information on that page. One quick note about your email address. So sometimes school emails block incoming messages from non-internal sources, right? So someone from Windward Academy sending you an email would be considered external versus a teacher or someone who works at your school. So if you're concerned that your school email might have some of that blocking capability, better to just use a personal email address like your Yahoo or your Gmail or your iCloud, something like that, just to make sure that you'll receive the email. And then if you ever need to reset your password, we want to make sure that you can receive those emails to reset your password. If you're under 18, please also fill out the parent information. And then after you agree to the terms and conditions, you can select the Create Account button. Now what you'll see next after you've created your account is this page that is prompting you to make sure that you check your email and verify your account. So when you see this page, please open a new tab in your browser and log into your email, right? So if you used a Gmail, log into your Gmail. If you use Yahoo, log into Yahoo. And you should see an email from Windward Academy. The title, or excuse me, the subject line of the email is Windward Academy email verification. And I want you to click to open that message. If you don't see it at the top of your inbox, maybe check your junk or your spam folder just to be sure. Now, when you open that email, you're going to see this button that says to verify your email address. If for some reason your browser blocks images so this button doesn't load, then just look below. There's that actual URL. So you can click that URL or you can copy and paste it into your browser. After you do that, you will have verified your account. So when you click on that login button, it's going to bring you to the login page where you can enter your email address and your password that you just created. If you're logging in at a later time into your Windward Academy account, you would just go to windwardacademy.com and click on login. Now, after you log in, you'll see some welcome slides, just kind of highlighting some different aspects of the platform and welcoming you to our learning family. So you can just click through those welcome pop-ups. The next thing that I want you to do is navigate to the practice tests. On the Windward Academy platform, of course, we have hundreds of hours of lessons, over 10,000 practice questions. We have a mistake bank that saves all of your mistakes. We have Stay Sharp, which just is an extra question bank. Feel free during your free trial to take advantage of what's there as well. But what I want to show you now is how to get to the practice test so that you can score your SAT. So you're going to click on the SAT dashboard button. Very important because the way that the practice test page loads is with the ACT as the default. So you have to click the SAT dashboard button and then click that you want to take the SAT diagnostic. When you do that, the first page that loads basically walks you through kind of what is needed to do a practice test. Clearly, we just did all of this together, so you can just click that you're ready to start. If at any time later, if you upgrade your membership with Windward Academy because you want to be able to access more SATs, just know that in the future when you're self-proctoring those tests, you will see these screens that take you through here's what you need and here's how to time yourself for each section. Again, since we already did this together, you can just say that you're ready to enter your answers. Now, when you open up your Scantron, you will see all blank bubbles, right? Because you haven't entered your answers yet. So what I want you to do is look at your Scantron in which you bubbled all of your answers today, and then I want you to enter into the platform what you put for each question. So number 1 is B, number 2 is B, number 3 is C, etc. The platform is going to automatically score your test for you. So you'll be able to see the total accuracy in each section and your score that's associated with that accuracy. Also, really important is that you take the opportunity to review explanations for each question you missed. So all of the explanations on Windward Academy come from College Board directly. So College Board, who actually makes the SAT, wanted to provide the explanations that we put forth or made available to students through our platform. So when you click on that blue play button for explanation, it will load the step-by-step explanation from College Board. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is something special on Windward Academy's platform. So if we assume that you've just reviewed an explanation, you're like, oh, okay, I understand what I did wrong for this question. If you click on that green plus sign, that's a hint icon. What you can do is write yourself a hint with how to solve the question. So let's pretend you do a math problem and you miss the question because you forgot the equation for area of a parallelogram. The hint that you write to yourself should be the area of a parallelogram is base times vertical height, right? Take the time to put what you learn into your own words, because after you have put together those hints, when you go into your mistake bank on Windward Academy and generate your personalized study guide, you'll be able to see all of the hints that you've written down to yourself for all of the lessons that you've done, and we'll keep all of the hints that you write to yourself organized for your practice tests. The next thing that I want to show you is how you review your practice questions. So some students do like to go in order. So they would do the explanation for number 4 and then the explanation for number 6, right? Going in chronological order. However, the vast majority of students really benefit from a studying approach that's called chunking. And basically what that means is you review your explanations together by topic. So if you sort by lesson or if you sort by topic, then you can go through those explanations again where each of those questions is similar to each other. They're testing you on the same type of skill. It's a similar type of question. You need to have the same content knowledge to be able to answer it. So when you can review your mistakes by chunking them together so that they're similar, again, it can really help with your retention because you can see how they'll test you on the same type of information in various questions. Next thing I want to show you is how to view an analysis. So when you click on that purple analysis button, you will be able to view for every single section for reading, writing and language, math no calculator, and math calculator, how did you do in each section? And what I want you to do is I want you to sort by accuracy. And then I want you to zone in on questions. What most students do is anything under about 80%, they'll want to star. For our purposes here, I'm going to star the ones in which we got 0% accuracy, but I'm also going to star the punctuation lesson because if you'll notice, there were 10 questions on that topic and I missed 4 of them, right? So I'm leaving a lot of points on the table here. If I was, doing this for myself, I'd probably also star the usage and mechanics lesson again because it was tested a lot and I missed 3 of them. To make sure that I can show you this clearly and that we don't end up with stars all over the place, I'm just going to star these 4 lessons. Now, when I go back to view my Scantron, you'll notice that any of the questions that's associated with that lesson will have that priority star. So the idea is to help you connect, how did you do on a practice test? What is your accuracy? Okay, now when I review these explanations, I need to pay extra close attention when I see one of those yellow stars. The other reason it's valuable is if you see on the left, I've highlighted the lesson section. So if I've gone through and I figured out, wow, I really have low accuracy in apostrophes, I have low accuracy in punctuation, right? When you recognize that you have these content gaps, you go to the lessons and then you will notice that any of those lessons you starred in the practice test will be starred here in the lessons. So again, the idea is to help you connect how do you do on a practice test and then what are your content gaps so then you know what you need to study. Now, during a free trial on Windward Academy, we do give limited access to some of our lessons, but if you end up really enjoying the platform and you want to be able to access the lessons and more practice tests, you can unlock curriculum by upgrading your membership anytime. Back on the practice test, what I also want to show you is how you can compare your SAT score to an ACT if you have also taken a practice ACT test. So you can actually view just for your diagnostic that you've done, or at any point in time, you can also view a full conversion where you can see the percentile, the ACT score, and the SAT score range. Okay, well, thank you again so much for joining us with this practice SAT. I know it's been a very long day for all of you. You are probably ready for a break and a major recharge. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us via email, or you can also direct message us through social media channels. Best of luck with your studying, and we sincerely hope that your review process, again, going in, looking at every single mistake, understanding why you missed it, we hope that that's a very successful process for all of you. Best of luck with your studying.